In a surprising turn of events, Rick Ness decides to seek help from his former boss, Parker Schnabel. Rick Ness is riding a wave of success at Rally Valley, where his gold mining operation is delivering solid results. However, the miner's journey has hit a significant roadblock. At Duncan Creek, where his future hangs in the balance, the issue is water. Rick and Parker license, a critical component for any mining operation, was rejected by the government, leaving Ness in a precarious position. Despite his recent wins, Rick Ness is feeling the pressure. The government deemed his expectations for the Duncan Creek claim as unrealistic, a devastating blow considering the substantial financial investment he's already poured into the project. Without an approved water license, his hopes of making Duncan Creek a profitable venture are slipping through his fingers. Determined to turn things around, Ness decided to seek advice from someone who knows the mining business inside and out: his old boss and friend Parker Schnabel. The journey to meet Parker Schnabel wasn't just a physical trip for Ness, it was an emotional one as well. As he drove through the rugged landscape, Rick had time to reflect on his current situation. The stakes were higher than ever before. Rally Valley was producing gold, but without the green light from the government for Duncan Creek, his future in mining was uncertain. Right now, I'm just coming to see a friend of mine to talk about my water license issues and see if he's got any advice, Ness said, his voice tinged with both hope and frustration. It was clear that this wasn't just a casual visit, it was a lifeline. The trip to see Parker was also a symbolic one. Ness and Schnabel share a complicated history. Rick once worked under Parker's leadership before branching out on his own to build his own mining operation. Despite their past differences, there remains a mutual respect between the two miners. For Ness, seeking out Parker wasn't just about getting advice, it was about reconnecting with someone who understands the unique pressures of running a gold mining operation. When Rick Ness finally sat down with Parker Schnabel, the conversation quickly got to the heart of the matter. Ness explained the government's rejection of his water license application and the dire consequences it could have on his mining operation. Parker, known for his straightforward and pragmatic approach, didn't sugarcoat the situation. He listened intently to Ness's concerns and then offered some sage advice that went beyond the technicalities of obtaining a water license. You just have to decide what you can do and what you want to do to start to lean into your shortcomings instead of hide away from them. Parker told him his words carried the weight of experience as someone who has faced his own share of challenges in the mining world. Parker knew that overcoming obstacles often requires confronting personal weaknesses head-on. The conversation wasn't just about paperwork or government policies, it was about resilience, determination, and the mindset required to succeed in the unforgiving world of gold mining. Parker reminded Rick that the mining business is as much about mental toughness as it is about technical skill. Rick Ness, a miner who won't quit. Rick Ness took Parker's advice to heart. He made it clear that he wasn't ready to give up. The rejection of the water license was a setback, but it wasn't going to define his career. You're a survivor, Rick, Parker told him, acknowledging Ness' tenacity and resilience. Those words seemed to reignite a fire within Ness. For a man who has faced numerous challenges throughout his mining career, hearing those words from Parker served as a powerful reminder of his own capabilities. The two miners also discussed the potential purchase of the Dominion Creek claim. Rick acknowledged that without a valid water license, the claim would be useless. However, with Parker's advice in mind, he felt more determined than ever to navigate the bureaucratic maze and secure the necessary permits back to Duncan Creek. The fight continues with renewed determination. Rick Ness returned to Duncan Creek, where his crew was hard at work. The team was focused on processing the last of the pay dirt from Rally Valley, hoping for a massive payday to close out the season. For Rick, the stakes at Duncan Creek have never been higher. He's poured significant resources into the claim, and failure to secure the water license would mean a substantial financial loss. But with Parker's advice fresh in his mind, Rick is more focused than ever on overcoming the obstacles in his path back at Duncan Creek. The mood among the crew was optimistic despite the challenges. The team remained motivated and committed to achieving success. The last of the pay dirt was being hauled out, and all eyes were on the gold recovery process. The bigger picture lessons learned. Rick Ness journey to seek advice from Parker. This novel highlights a key aspect of the gold mining business. It's not just about digging up gold, it's about navigating complex regulations, managing financial risks, and staying mentally tough in the face of adversity. Parker's advice to lean into your shortcomings resonates beyond the mining world. It's a reminder that success often requires facing our weaknesses and learning from them. For Ness, it was a lesson that came at a crucial moment in his career as Rick Ness Rally Valley continues to fight for his water license. Fans of Gold Rush will be watching closely to see how the story unfolds. Will Ness be able to secure the necessary permits and turn Duncan Creek into a profitable operation? One thing is certain: with his resilience and determination, Rick Ness is not a man who gives up easily. In the high-stakes world of gold mining, it's not just about striking gold, it's about overcoming the odds, one challenge at a time. And for Rick Ness, the journey continues. Rick Ness has faced one of the toughest seasons of his career on Gold Rush. His return to the mining industry was fraught with financial struggles, equipment issues, and bureaucratic setbacks. However, in the 8th and 9th episodes of the current season, viewers finally saw a glimmer of hope for the former Parker novel crew member. A significant payday at Rally Valley provided a much-needed boost to his operation. Despite the success, Ness continues to wrestle with a looming crisis securing a water license for his Duncan Creek claim. Without it, the future of his entire operation hangs in the balance. Rally Valley brings a crucial payday after weeks of frustration and setbacks. Rick Ness's efforts at Rally Valley have begun to pay off. The crew's relentless work ethic and determination finally yielded results. Rally Valley, a key part of Ness's mining strategy this season, presented numerous challenges, including deep cuts and water intrusion. However, after 3 intense days of slicing through the cut, the team hit pay dirt. They uncovered a promising gold streak that added over 300 ounces to their season total, pushing them closer to their ambitious 1,500-ounce goal. The crew had to dig 160 feet into the Rally Valley cut to reach the gold-bearing gravel. This depth posed a significant risk as water levels threatened to flood the cut and halt operations, but Ness and his team refused to back down. They quickly mobilized their resources, using a working pump to drain the water and keep the operation moving. With the help of a 700 excavator, they managed to clear the cut and continue processing pay dirt through Monster Red, their wash plant. The payoff was substantial. Monster Red processed 181,50 in value for Ness. This payday was a lifeline, finding the financial resources needed to keep his operation running. It also restored a sense of hope and confidence within his crew, who had been feeling the pressure of a difficult season. The unresolved challenge at Duncan Creek, while the success at Rally Valley was a major milestone, Rick Ness still faces a significant challenge that could jeopardize his entire season: obtaining a water license for Duncan Creek. This claim represents a key part of Ness's mining future, but without a valid water license, his plans for the site remain in limbo. The Yukon Water Board has twice rejected Ness's application for a water license at Duncan Creek. The board's primary concern is that his operational plans are not feasible given the site's geography and environmental conditions. Ness, however, remains optimistic that he can address these concerns and secure the necessary permit, but time is not on his side. The current water license for Duncan Creek, which was granted under the claim's previous owners, is set to expire on April 8, 2025, with just 3 months left before the license expires. Ness is racing against the clock to submit a revised application that satisfies the board's requirements. If he fails to do so, he risks losing the claim entirely, along with the substantial financial investment he has already made. The Duncan Creek stakes are higher than ever for Rick Ness. The stakes couldn't be higher. Duncan Creek represents a significant part of his mining strategy, and losing the claim would be a devastating blow. Ness has already poured a considerable amount of money into the site, and without a valid water license, all that investment could go to waste. Ness has expressed frustration with the bureaucratic hurdles he faces, but he remains determined to overcome them. He understands that securing the water license is critical not just for this season but for the future of his mining career. The pressure is immense, but Ness is no stranger to adversity. His journey on Gold Rush has been marked by resilience and perseverance, and he is